Hello and welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James,
And I'm Sarah.
and today I have stuff to discuss. So we have an actual plan to talk about things. There were a couple things that I was excited about. Well, I learned, and then I've been hearing about recently that I thought would be fun to discuss. But before we jump into those, how are things going, Sarah?
There you go. I go, we go, they go.
Waco is Waco, is it?
Yes.
Is a company. We go? I don't know, something like that.
Waco, Texas.
No, it's not what I'm thinking of. Um, We go, I think, is like an it's a or you go maybe. I don't know. It's like a kind of like Waymo, where it's a um company that has automatic like auto driving cars, autonomous cars.
Ah, uh-huh.
I
Hmm.
think is what it is. It's something like that. It's something similar to Waymo, but it's not Waymo.
Okay. Good to know.
So
What about-
I still do not have my car.
I was just getting ready to ask.
We're now on week 3 of me with my car at the dealership getting serviced, and it's driving me absolutely nuts. I don't know, did we talk about the rental car that they gave me on here?
I think it was mentioned.
So they gave me a rental car, and I think we did because I told you it was similar to the size of your car. It's
Oh,
a,
yes. Uh-huh.
it's a 2020, it was a 2026 Nissan Kicks. So it's a tiny little car, tiny little SUV, and it has zero power. And I live in Southern California where there's nothing but hills.
Mhm.
So I'm like driving up a hill and I have to like step on the gas and hold it down just to get up the hills because I live in the hills.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, so I called them on Thursday last week and I was like, or I texted him and I was like, what's going on with my car? And then he didn't call me back. And then, or he didn't text me back. And then I called. He was busy. He called me back and he was like, so here's the thing. We don't know exactly what's still wrong with it. They replaced the strut because they said it was the strut. Then they had to replace something above the strut because it was also broken. So I don't know, whatever. And then it was still making the noise and making a different noise. So then one of their field techs that goes around and like trains the Nissan dealer service centers in the area came in and they said, well, it seems like the strut that you bought to replace this strut was also broken from the manufacturer. So they needed to order a new strut. So they ordered the new strut, got it in on Friday, got it replaced. It still didn't fix the issue. And apparently it is the traction motor that runs the basically is the engine, the motor for my car. He's like, they think that it's damaged and needs to be replaced. So I'm just waiting to hear back from the Nissan, basically the warranty company, to see if they agree and that they're going to approve the replacement. Even if that's like we still have to diagnose it first. So they still have to diagnose if that's actually what it is. They have to take it apart, I guess. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't care. I mean, I care because I want to get my car back because I don't love this car, but it's better than anything I have now. I was like, so I either need to have it fixed and get my car back, or you need to provide me with something else because I can't continue driving this car. It's way too small and it doesn't have any power. And I'm like, I can't. It's not the same as the car that I am currently driving. He was like, well, I'm like, and it's gas, and I hate gas powered cars. I haven't driven one except for whenever I drive Ryan's car or whenever I had to rent a car in Indiana. I haven't driven one since 2024. like regularly driven a gas powered car since 2024. And
Mm.
I was like, I shouldn't have to drive one because that's not what I have. He was like, well, I don't have any rental cars that are electric. Otherwise, I would try and get you in one. But I have a bigger car. It's going to be a Nissan Rogue that I can put you in on Wednesday. So you'll just have to come by and drop off the car that you have. We'll get you checked in and we'll swap you into the other car. It's like, okay, that's fine. It's like I've driven Ryan's Nissan Rogue, so I know how it drives. I don't mind the drive in it. It's got much power, much more power than the Nissan kicks. So I was like, that's fine. I'll come and replace it. So I went on Wednesday. I was supposed to be there around 11, but then I got scheduled in some meetings and I didn't end up getting in there until after like 2. So I went in there at like 2 and he got me into the other one. I got in and I was like, this one has a different drive mode selector. So there's like the different drive modes, sport, whatever. I
Hmm.
was like, that's weird. So I messaged Ryan and I was like, I'm basically in a black version of the car that you're driving. He goes, oh, that's fun. So then when I got home and I looked around the car, I realized it's a different mode selector because this one's front wheel drive only, where
Oh,
Ryan's car is all wheel drive.
oh,
I was like, it's weird that SUVs have like they still have an option for front wheel drive only SUVs.
yeah. I think that's real weird because you would think you would need the all-wheel drive.
Yeah. It's very strange, but that's what I know about my car right now. I'm starting to get extremely frustrated because it's like going on almost a full month of me not having my car. Next
Yeah.
week will be a full month of me having not having my car and it's still not being fixed.
Hmm.
And I've only owned it since January.
Right.
So, like literally January, February, March, April, May. I've owned it for less than just over 4 months now. It was on my birthday, January 17th, when I bought it.
And almost a month of that has been it in the shop.
Yeah. So, fun times. It's annoying and I'm frustrated about it, but as long as it gets fixed, but I
Right.
hate that I'm having to spend money on gas that I wouldn't typically have to spend because I had to fill up the Nissan Kicks before I took it back. I used like a quarter of a tank, but it was still filling it up from 3/4 of a tank. It was like $30.
Jesus Christ.
Is there music playing in your background?
Yes, it's just this generic Arabic jazz.
Okay. I was like, I heard it and I was like, oh, okay.
I was just like, it feels a little weird just talking in the silence. So I was like, let me just play something that's not gonna get this pulled.
Okay. I mean, it'll probably be covered up by the music that I put underneath the
Right.
podcast anyway. So the other thing I did want to talk about that I didn't include in our little message. So I saw this video on TikTok just a little bit ago that was somebody asking someone what the answer to a math equation was or a math problem. And it was 900 or 100 minus 99 plus 1. And what's the answer?
Okay. Well, 100 minus 99 would be 1. And then plus 1, it's going to be 2.
So yeah, the answer is 2. But a bunch of people were saying that it was 0 and they were like, because you do addition first and then subtraction.
Not when it's set up like that.
No, exactly. So, and they were like, but so it should be 0 because it's 99 plus 1, which is 100 minus 100 is 0. It's like, no, that's not true. But then I looked in the comments and people were referencing something called BODMAS instead of PEMDAS, which PEMDAS is what we're used to. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction are done from left to right. Never heard of it. I've never heard of BODMAS, BODMAS. So I had to look it up. It stands for brackets, orders, which is basically just another term for exponents, but it's also including square roots too. Division, or multiplication, addition, or subtraction. And they were saying it's this because it's addition, then subtraction. So they were having the same argument that it says addition first and then subtraction. So you do your addition first and then you do your subtraction. And it's like, no, even in that one, it says division or multiplication, addition or subtraction. I also don't like that they swapped division and multiplication because you're reducing. So the reduce to me, the way that it should be listed, it should be the same. Where like if we're adding to it, or we're enhancing or increasing. Thank you. We're increasing the number that goes first on both the last four operations, and then the reduction of components goes after. But anyways, I was like, so I didn't know what BODMAS. So I'm apparently really old. So this is a new thing, I guess. And it's just a mathematical rule that dictates the exact sequence to solve. So when we grew up, it was PEMDAS. Now it's apparently BODMAS. BODMAS. BODMAS.
Okay.
So now you learned something. We both learned something today. And those of you listening, if you didn't know what it was, then you learned something too.
We all got to learn together.
And I love math. I'm a big math person.
I want to love math, but I'm very, very bad at it.
That's understandable. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh.
How is that understandable that I'm very bad at math?
I mean, you're Sarah. You're always bad at math.
That doesn't make it understandable.
I think if people know you, it's understandable that Sarah is bad at math.
Okay.
Sarah equal bad at math. There.
Okay. All right. Well, we can stop reading me for filth and continue. I brought that on myself.
Yeah. So the other thing that I learned is and I think we've talked about it on here. I've always hated the word burnt. And I don't understand why you would use burnt instead of using burned. And then I did look it up because I was watching a video earlier that was this woman talking about when to use ER instead of more. So like instead of saying colder, instead of saying more cold, you say colder. And when you should use, and she was like, and you should never use them together. So never more colder.
Right.
And then I responded and I was like, I've always wondered, what is the difference between burned and burnt? And apparently there is a difference. Although if you look it up in some places, it says there isn't a difference. It just depends on where you're from. In the United States, it's more common to use burned. In England, in the UK, it's more common to use burnt. However, when I looked it up in a grammar website, the grammar website said that it's because burned and burnt do not mean the same thing. If you look at it like the cheese was burned, it's a verb?
Yes.
So there it's a verb. But if you said we had burnt cheese, in that instance, it's an adverb.
Adjective.
Thank you.
Describing.
I always get adverb and adjective just mixed up. So if you're putting it before a noun, then it's technically supposed to be burnt. But if you're using it to describe an action of it was burned, or it's burned, then it should be burned ed, not burnt with a T. I found it fascinating. I still hate the word burnt. I don't understand why we have two different options. It should just be burned. But I get it, like when you look at it from a grammar standpoint, that there should be two because it's technically two different words.
Yes.
And they even though they have somewhat the same meaning, one of them is describing a noun, the other one is describing a action.
Right.
So, okay, so it makes sense to me. I still don't like it, and again, I still hate the word burnt. But I have a better understanding of the reasoning behind them being two different words. I will still always probably use burned where I should be using burnt based on that explanation, but I do have the understanding now.
Woo! Gaining knowledge and understanding plus 2 smarts.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to discuss before we get into the other thing I wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. I'm pretty boring right now.
Well, yeah, you are. You're just walking into this.
Yes, I am. Anyway, what else are we talking about?
So the other thing I wanted to talk about was the Patagonia and Pattie Gonia issue that's going on right now. Have you heard anything about it?
No, but I'm not surprised.
So Patagonia, for those of you that don't know, and most people should, is a clothing company and like outdoor brand that's whole marketing is around being sustainable and then also giving back and like making sure that we don't anything that they do, they lead with the motto of not doing damage or hurting the environment and giving back to the environment as much as possible, or preventing more damage to the environment,
reducing harm.
Yeah. Pattie Gonia is a drag queen who basically has the same mission. She does a lot of activism. She's raised like $3.4 million for climate change initiatives. She does a lot of training where she will teach people how to do things that are more climate friendly, teach them why things are better, what to do that is better for the environment. And then she also employs a bunch of people. So she has like a company that she uses to do these trainings. And then like the most recent thing, I don't remember where she walked from, but she walked to San Francisco, which is like 100 miles, completely in drag.
Dang.
Which was the most recent like thing that she did. And she raised money along the way. And I think it ended up being like just over $1 million that she raised for climate initiatives. So what has recently happened is, I guess she registered for a trademark on her name, Pattie Gonia, so that she could start selling merch. And there apparently was a conversation that happened, and it's like, it depends on where you hear it from, where she met with Patagonia and had the conversation that they said, you can use the name, you just can't use our font or anything similar to our font, and you cannot use the name on clothing or any other type of merch that may cause confusion with the brand. But she registered for a trademark using the name Pattie Gonia so that she could start selling merch to also give back, to raise more money, but then also kind of fund other projects that she wants to do. Well, they submitted a trademark infringement lawsuit against Pattie Gonia. I think it said in January is what I read. And Pattie has been kind of quiet about it recently, until yesterday when Pattie posted on their Instagram or on YouTube as well a conversation about what has happened, and now there is an open letter on her, like an open letter to Patagonia on her website. And it reads, to Patagonia Incorporated CEO Ryan Gillert, the Patagonia Board of Directors and Patagonia Purpose Trust Trustees. I am writing today to appeal to your corporate and personal values. You lead an exceptional company, and that Conyard family the Conyard family has done something unique and admirable in creating the Purpose Trust with one goal: to protect our planet. I have had the honor of meeting some, but not all of you. So a quick introduction here. I am a drag artist and a climate activist named Pattie Gonia. I've spent 8 years building something that I'm proud of, a community of more than 3 million people, a nonprofit, $3.7 million raised for environmental causes, and bringing hundreds of thousands of people into the outdoors who never felt like they belonged in there. But now, after 8 years, some executives at your company and your outside lawyers have decided that I must cease to exist. They filed a federal trademark lawsuit against me in January. The lawsuit hurts not only me and everything I have built, but also the people I employ, the millions of people I try to inspire, and dozens of nonprofit organizations that I have supported. When Patagonia Incorporated sued me without warning in January, I started immediately pursuing an amicable settlement. I have believed from the beginning that there is room for an agreement that protects your trademark while letting me keep my name and work. I believe that still today. If your executives and lawyers continue to pursue this lawsuit, it will make one thing clear. They are willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to grind me down so far that I can't continue to operate. Is that how you believe your company's financial resources and brand equity should be spent? I'm afraid, but I'm also frustrated. Our home planet needs every dollar and every moment of time we can all give to it right now. We can't afford to waste time and money fighting among ourselves. Patagonia says it's in business to save our home planet. And Mr. Conyard, you said you are what you do, not what you say you are. This lawsuit serves no good purpose. Let's make peace and get back to our common love of the planet, including our namesake region in South America named Patagonia. With respect and hope, I ask you to intervene and drop the lawsuit today. And then she posted a picture of Patagonia region in South America. So that was her response to the lawsuit since January.
Okay. That's wild. But I have such complicated feelings about things like trademarks anyway.
Yeah.
I get it, but at the same time, it's how could they originally trademark a name that had been in existence for well beyond when their company came together?
Yeah, I do find it weird it happens a lot, so it's not.
Also, what would they do if that was her legally born name?
Because I think that would be a different argument.
I just feel like the world is dying and everything is hell and we're all gonna die soon anyway. What the fuck does it matter? Who cares?
Yeah. Go away. Just reading this is from the Guardian. There's another, they posted information about it on their website. It says the company which is suing Wiley, which is the legal name of Patagonia, for a nominal $1 in damages plus legal fees, said that it took action after Wiley filed a trademark application in September to use the brand Pattie Gonia to sell clothing and promote environmental activism, which it claims would irreparably harm its brand. I don't understand the second portion of it, promote environmental activism, when that's what they say that they do anyway. That's part of like their mission as well,
Right.
to promote climate activism or climate change, or to reduce the amount of climate change that's happening.
Hmm.
But then they also go on to say, well, we wish we didn't have to do this, and actively engage. God damn it, and actively engaged. Where did it go? And actively engaged with Patty for several years to avoid this. It has become necessary to protect the brand we have spent the last 50 years building. The company said in January. We want Patty to have a long and successful career and make progress on issues that matter, but in a way that respects Patagonia's intellectual property and the ability to use our brand and sell products. Stupid website. And I swear to God, this website keeps popping up ads. It's annoying. It's not a brand. No, where did it go? It moved. I swear to God. Okay, I can't do this on my phone apparently because it's just going to continue popping up ads and moving my webpage.
Fun. But like again, even so.
Okay, so here it is. We want Patty to have a long and successful career and make progress on issues that matter, but in a way that respects Patagonia's intellectual property and ability to use our brand to sell products and advocate for the environment. On Wednesday, Wiley responded with the letter, and then they said that this is a betrayal of Patagonia's core mission, because if they're in business to save the home planet, why are they suing a climate activist? Over the last 4 months since the lawsuit was filed, I have stayed silent and worked every channel I had to resolve without going to court. But in the end, I had two choices: the erasure of my name, my advocacy, my community, and everyone I employ, or fight for myself and fight for us. And then they go on to say that while they are only suing them for $1 in legal fees, it's the legal fees,
Right.
to keep the drag name that would cost a lot more. It's not a brand conflict. This is a corporation trying to erase an activist. This is how corporations bully individuals who cannot match their resources. And they acknowledged that their merch had involved playful parody of Patagonia, but denied ever using its branding, logo, or font, adding drag is built on parody, puns, and jokes. I see. That's the other thing. I haven't really seen the actual merch that she was working on releasing or had released.
The mock-up
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. And what she's claiming is she hasn't ever actually released anything yet. That everything that they're seeing is technically stuff that fans have made and nothing that she's actually created herself. And then the other thing is, like with that one, are you also then suing other companies that are using similar photos, fonts, and color schemes to what you're using in yours? Because there are a lot of like examples out there that are doing the same thing that aren't also climate activists. But then they did go through and say the matter is not about seeking financial gain, nor is it about challenging anyone's identity or right to advocacy, protest, or creative expression. The last thing we wanted was a legal fight with someone who shares our values, but we must protect our brand and employees. I think to me, opening up a lawsuit against someone who has millions of followers is just going to do the opposite.
Right. Like people, you're basically guaranteeing that people aren't going to want to support your brand anymore.
Yeah.
And then they complain about, well, they've stopped complaining about millennials ruining the economy and have moved on to blaming Gen Z for ruining the economy.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
But to me, I think my issue is like here's two things that I see wrong with this. They should have come to an agreement outside of the court that says you can continue using the name. You just can't use anything that would be similar, and you can sell merch. You just can't sell it with anything that would be similar to our branding, which I think is an option because there's billions of fonts that she can choose and there's billions of colors that she can choose that don't interfere with their branding. If it's just because of the name Pattie Gonia and the similar like mission, then that's where it kind of gets a little gray because it's technically not your name. Pattie Gonia is two names. It's Pattie and Gonia. But then the other thing that I was kind of frustrated about is I filed for a trademark. I ended up dropping it because I was like, it doesn't matter. And it was taking too much time and costing too much money anyway. And one of the things that you have to do whenever you file for a trademark is file with the U.S. Trademark Organization. They have to review your filing, and then they look at they first post it saying that you're requesting this trademark, and it sends a notification to everyone in the same trademark organization that has a trademark for them to look at it and see if they disagree and they feel like it's going to cause harm to their brand if they allow that trademark. And then the U.S. Trademark Organization comes back and says, we found these things. You need to provide justification or provide something from that company saying that they approved your use and there's no issue or no problem with it using, or provide something showing there's like enough brand differentiation between the two that says that it's okay to use this. Or if you can't do that, then they deny your trademark and you can't start selling things with a trademark logo. That should be what happened here. Like, there's no reason to file trademark infringement just because someone filed for a trademark. If she started making money and sold with the trademark logo and saying that she got approval, then yes. But the other thing is, if they approved her trademark, it really shouldn't be her that they're suing. It should be the government, because it's their job to make sure that they only approve trademarks that don't conflict with other trademark owners.
Right.
Because like even when I submitted mine, I had to submit something saying that I'm not trademarking the letter N, I'm not trademarking the font that I was using, and didn't explain exactly what I was planning on using the logo for. Including like merch or like shirts, jackets, whatever. And everything that you're selecting is like, I think it's like $150 each individual section, or each individual like type of merch or type of thing that you're going to be submitting. So like if you're going to put it on hats, you have to say that you're using like outdoor apparel. If you put it on shirts, you have to say that it's apparel. If you're putting it on cups, you have to say it's housewares. So that's like what, $450 right there that you have to submit and say that you're using that for that. That's your plan to use it for these four things or these three things, and you have to pay that money to them, $400. So it's like, it's very crazy that like it's going this far, and I don't understand why it is. And if they actually really cared and wanted to continue working or allow Pattie Gonia to continue her activism and using the name Pattie Gonia, and they didn't have an issue with it for 8 years, then they would work with her to make sure, like, even if she was like, even if she had to pay for it, she should work with their brand managers to make sure that they come up with concepts that don't conflate and don't work against the Patagonia brand.
Right.
Like, if you really cared and you didn't want to damage her reputation and damage the brand that she's worked on for the last 8 years, then you would actually work with her.
Right.
And not file a lawsuit.
These corporations are getting so ridiculous.
Yeah. I think the problem is that they more than likely will win the lawsuit. Because I think there was an agreement or something that she said that she wouldn't start selling t-shirts or anything like that with her name on it. And if that's true, then, yeah, it is on her if that is true and that actually did happen. But if they can prove that did happen, then I don't really understand why she's fighting it. Because why would you agree to that to begin with?
Right.
But then again, it's like, 8 years ago, RuPaul's Drag Race was still a big thing, or it was a big thing still 8 years ago. And drag queens were starting to selling merch and stuff like that. So it's like, it's not like that would have been completely out of the realm of possibilities for that to start happening. So if you said yes to that 8 years ago, or whenever you started having the conversation working with them and kind of keep making sure you kept from the trademark infringement, then that's kind of on you if that actually happened.
Yes.
And then you submitted a request for a trademark.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of also understand what Pattie Gonia is saying when she says she's filed a trademark because of what happened to Lexi Love from, I think, 2 seasons ago's Drag Race. She got sued because she was using the name Lexi Love, and there's an AI artist on Instagram or something that had her name trademarked, Lexi Love, the name trademarked, and she said that she couldn't use it. So she, all of her music that she had released, all of her merch, all of her Instagram and everything had to be taken down until the lawsuit was closed and shut, finished. And she had to change her name on everything, even though that was her legal name. Because of a AI artist that doesn't even actually create art. She just uses AI to make it.
Right. Which is, no, I don't want to talk about AI today. I'm too tired.
Well, what do you want to talk about today? Because I've been talking.
I picked up a sewing project.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I decided if I wasn't going to be reading, I needed to be doing some sort of hobby that I supposedly enjoy.
Why aren't you reading?
Because I am too depressed.
To read?
Yes.
I thought that was something that made you feel better.
Sometimes. But the problem is that I'm currently in the midst of the storm, and so nothing really feels good. I'm just kind of here. It's like 1 minute you're tasting the full flavor of things, like the spices and the way that the meal in particular is prepared, and tasting all this wild rainbow of a spectrum, and then suddenly you're reduced to bland bleh. And that's just kind of where I'm at right now, is the bland bleh. But I'm trying to pull myself out of it. So I keep picking up little projects and working on them here and there until I start to feel a little better. So,
Well, that's one way to do it.
yeah. I just, I don't know. I don't know, but if anybody out there wants tarot readings, let me know. Because I've started doing those again.
Well, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. I did make $70 the other day doing it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's pretty good. So, but yeah, that's as exciting as I get. I'm really in the self-loathing part of this right now. So,
well, Ryan and I are going tomorrow to I don't remember exactly what it's called. Hold on, let me look it up. I bought tickets to it, and it's down in Pasadena again. It's called the Pasadena Symphony and Pops at the Ambassador Auditorium, and it's America at 250. So it's I don't remember exactly what it is. Ryan was really excited about it, and I was like, okay, that's fine, let's do it. I hate these people. They scheduled a meeting for me at 8:30.
ew.
Let's see. Mail. Here's the mail that never fails.
It makes me want to wag my tail.
Okay. It is the not that. So it's the symphony orchestra, so it's a lot of music that they're playing. There's the John Williams Liberty Fanfare, Gershwin Concerto in F for piano and orchestra, Copland Appalachian Spring Suite, and Copland Lincoln Portrait. And then there is a spoken portion of it done by Alec Baldwin. And it says the season closes a celebration of American orchestral music, John Williams, Gershwin, and two seminal pieces by Copland. Terrence Wilson dazzles on Gershwin's vibrant concerto in F, and acclaimed actor Alec Baldwin brings a distinctive voice to Copland's Ode to Lincoln. It's a season finale you won't want to miss. Join us 1 hour before the performance insights, a free pre-concert dialogue with KUSC host Brian Lernson. I don't know how to say that. Music director Brett Mitchell, and learn about the works being performed and get a behind-the-scenes look at our guest artist and conductor.
Wow. You're really still fancy out there.
So we're going to do that tomorrow. I'm excited about it. I mean, I love orchestra, symphony and orchestra music anyway. I always have, and whenever I'm like working on something and I need music or something in the background that I won't sing to, or I won't get sidetracked by, I usually put on classical music, and like I really love violin music. So like stringed instruments, I like that too. But we're going to do that, so that's exciting tomorrow. And then aside from that, probably won't be doing anything this weekend because Ryan works on Sunday too.
Mm.
Are you doing anything fun?
I think I'm gonna. I think I'm. The plan is to hang out with a friend on Sunday. Help them put together their zine that they're working on. And then, honestly, that's about it. That's about it. I'll probably play some more Monster Prom.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last week or 2 weeks ago.
That's the thing I'm doing. Still getting rejected. And work on my sewing project and try to get back into the swing of things so that I can start reading again. Oh, but last weekend I went to South Padre Island. That's what I was going to talk about. And I forgot all about it. It was fun, but it was also a mess.
Most things that Sarah gets involved in.
One of my girlfriends invited me to go with her and her family to South Padre Island to celebrate her birthday over Memorial Day weekend. And so I was just like, I don't think I can go. I don't think I'm gonna have the money for that. And she's like, as long as you're able to like keep yourself fed, and if you're able to contribute gas, we're good. And so I got to be a passenger princess. Never been to South Padre before, so that was exciting. But the baby got sick while we were there, and so that was bad. They had to go to the emergency room in the middle of the night. So, but it was nice to get my feet in the water, and it was nice to get out of the house, do something, be out in the sunshine for a little bit. I thought it was going to cure the big sad. It did not. But we made progress. I did finish 2 books on the trip, so
Yeah.
It's because it's a 6-hour drive to South to and from. Yeah. So, but that's the reason why we didn't record last week, is because we left super early on Saturday morning, and so I had to be asleep.
What is that thing? 250.
250.
Oh, okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about, it's just hilarious. Have you seen the stuff going around about the Great American State Fair?
No.
So yesterday, a ton of people, not a ton, a bunch, like I think there were 8 performers that were released that they said that they were going to be performing at the Great American State Fair. And so far, of those 8, all of them have dropped out or said that they never agreed to it, except for one.
Who was the one?
Vanilla Ice. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of them that are saying I agreed to it, but that was before anyone said anything about it being partisan and being like led by a Trump-backed organization. So a lot of them are saying, no, that's not what my team was told, and that's not what I agreed to. Not Young MC, who was it? Yeah, Young MC, Morris Day and Young MC on May 27th announced that they would not be taking part in the event scheduled to run from June 25th to July 10th. It's a no for me. Day of Morris Day, and the Times said in a May 27 post on Instagram. The artist did not elaborate further on why he's backing out. Young MC in a May 27 post on Facebook said he had informed his agents he would not be performing at the Freedom 250 event. The artists were never told about any political involvement with the event, the rapper said in his post, and despite the claims by organizers that the event is nonpartisan, Spin Magazine describes it as Trump-backed. I hope to perform in DC in the near future at an event that is not politically charged. Milli Vanilli also bowed out of the concert, saying, "My sister and I were shocked to see our name, Milli Vanilli," as one of the performers, Rocco, said to the outlet.
Okay, but hold on just a second.
Have you not seen the list of people who were
No, this is the first I'm hearing about this.
Okay, let me look up the original list.
Because why would Milli Vanilli and Vanilla Ice be what? First of all, Milli Vanilli, for those of you who are maybe too young to understand, all 6 of you, I don't know. Anyway, Milli Vanilli got exposed back in the 90s
for not actually singing.
They were lip syncing the entire time. So I am being bombarded with the news that they even still exist as a thing.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because, I mean, but I guess in the time of AI art, quote unquote, anything is possible. So.
Let's see. Fair organizers announced the initial lineup Wednesday, including Bret Michaels, Martina McBride, Morris Day, and The Time. The Commodores and Young MC had announced that they would not perform. Bret Michaels, Young MC, McBride, and the Commodores all publicly criticized the event's political nature when announcing their withdrawal. Who else? Also on the bill are Vanilla Ice and Flo Rida. And apparently Flo Rida also dropped out and said, oh, I don't know. I've been seeing two different things that they dropped out. Flo Rida dropped out as well. But then I saw something that said that they still hadn't dropped out yet. So hilarious and stupid that they would release a list that hadn't been confirmed yet. But I mean, just another thing that this organization or this administration would do before they actually had the okay to do. It's not surprising.
It's really not. They've been known to just use whatever they want, whenever they want, without asking.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about? Or are you ready to call it a podcast so you can get back to your sewing?
I think I'm ready to call it a podcast.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. If you like this episode, please give us a like, comment, and don't forget to follow or subscribe. If you would leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, where we listen, as this will help get the podcast out to more people and help us grow. Feel free to follow us on social media. I say that, and we don't really have social media anymore because I haven't done anything with Instagram for a really long time.
Right.
I mean, we do still. My YouTube channel is technically Now About That Pod. My TikTok is now as well. I don't know. But anyways, we have
never post on those things. Like, no. I mean, you post on TikTok, but like it's all games.
Yeah, every now and then I see a game and I'm like, this is stupid, and I play it and post it because I'm like, It's easy to win. It's always those stupid videos that, and I know they're doing it so they can get more people. Like they may have created the filter that you use to play the game, or they are getting paid by the company that you created the filter. But they're like, oh, I can't. This is impossible to win, and they're like, they do it like 6 times, and they still haven't won. And I'm like, I do it one time, and I'm like, it was the easiest thing to do. I don't understand why you struggled. You're stupid.
All right.
And I know that that's why they're posting it. But anyways, if you would like to follow us on our social media, our handle everywhere is at Now About That Pod. If we don't come up in the search, then we're not on that platform. If you would like to let us know what you want us to hear about, what we want to discuss, what we would like. Wow. If you would like to let us know what you would like to hear us discuss on the podcast, you can email us at nowaththatpod@gmail.com. You can also visit our website, www.nowaboutthatproductions.com, or you can call and leave us a voicemail or send us a text message. Our phone number is 765-557-4170. Thanks again for listening, and we hope you have a great week since it'll be coming out on Monday. And Sarah, try to enjoy your weekend. Find some fun, whimsy. Go run in the grass.
I'm gonna do something.
Go kick a baby.
I'm not gonna kick a baby.
Well, you could.
But I like babies.
It might make you feel better if you kicked a baby.
I spent time with a baby on purpose.
That's disgusting. No wonder you're so depressed.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.